Hi, welcome back to the second part of interest rate and compounding period. Uh, let's refresh from the first lecture, I guess. If we are talking about compounding, you're really talking about interest on interest. So you have two interests that's being compounded. Uh, it's 10% annual, but there's two semi-annual means there's two periods. Since there's two periods, so interest on interest of 5% every 6 months. Okay, because because 10% because 10,000 sorry because 1,000 times 1.1025 is equal to the future value of a semi-annual compounding of 5%. This is equal to, uh, it'll be the same as saying a 10%, 10.25% if yearly compounded. Okay? So, in other words, a rational investor could not care less whether she is quoted a rate of 10% compounded semi-annual or a rate of 10.25% compounded annually. Okay, so being a rational investor, okay, so 10% compounded semi-annually is equal to 10.25% compounded annually. Okay. So that's semi-annual. So what if there's quarterly compounding? So for quarterly compounding, at 10% yield, your wealth at the end of the year would be, well, FV, future wealth, at the end of 1 year would be, at 1 year would be 1,000 times 1.1 over 4, since it's 4 periods, times a factor of 4, which is equal to 110381. Okay, so you could say V FV, okay, at the end of the year, year, okay, with M times, it's equal to your cash times 1 plus R, the interest, how many periods, times M, okay? So in this case, okay, C0, let C0 equal the initial investment. While R is the annual percentage rate, which is what we talked about in class, which is the APR. APR is not equal to or close to the annual rate, or sorry, yearly compounding rate. Okay. So the annual percentage rate is the annual interest rate without considering compounding. Okay. Okay. Banks and other financial institutions may use other names for the annual percentage rate. Okay, so let's try this. For example, what is their year-end wealth? Year-end wealth. End of the year wealth. If you receive a APR equal to 24% compounded monthly, compounded on a, make it simple, $1 investment. Investment equal to $1. Why don't you freeze this video and try to do it yourself? So your wealth would be FV is equal to $1 times 1 plus 24% over 12. Since it's monthly, there's 12 periods of compounding to the 12, which is equal to $1 times 1.02 to the 12, which is equal to $1, 2682. Okay, so this 2682 is actually very important. Okay. Okay. So in this case, annual annual rate of return return for a APR of 24% compounded monthly, it's equal to 26.82%. Okay. Okay. This annual rate of return is called either it's also equal to the effective rate annual rate return annual rate or EAR or the effective annual yield. Okay. Due to compounding, the effective annual interest rate is greater than the APR. So 26.82% is greater than the APR of 24% because of the monthly compounding of what? 24% over 12 periods, 12 months, which is 2% being compounded every month. Okay? Okay. Okay. Uh, so let's do more problems. So what about compounding frequency? So let's try this. Compounding frequency. Okay. So let's say, for example, the annual percentage rate, the APR, is 8%. Compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly. What is the AR? Okay. So from the formula, originally, okay, so the EAR formula would be AR equal to 1 plus RM to the m minus 1. Okay. Okay, so try to calculate it. Freeze the video and try to calculate it. Okay, so welcome back. So using this formula, you get EAR equal to 1 plus 8% over 4 quarters to the 4 minus 1, which is equal to 8.24%. Okay. So let's refer back to before. Okay. So let's say you have a investment of $1,000 from before. Okay. And R equal to 10%. Okay. If you do that, let's do a table out to see the difference in compounding frequency. So let's say you would see compounding frequency your future value, let's say call C1 and C0, okay, and your EAP or EAR. Okay, so if you have 1,000 and it's yearly, okay, that means M is equal to what? 1. Okay, so if you do the math out, do this for using this formula. Okay, your future value at 10% from 1,000 for 1 year would be your future value of that 10% being compounded yearly is you get 1,100 from before. So your EAR or your effective rate is 10%. Okay. So if you have 1,000 and you make it semi-annual, okay, which means that M is equal to 2. We did the math out from before. Your future value of a semi-annual of compounding of a 10% APR would be 1102.50, or a EAR of 10.25. So a 1,000 quarterly compounding, which is M equal to 4, okay, it comes out to be 1103.81. So your EAR would be 10,381. Okay. So a $1,000 that's being paid daily, M would be 365 days in a year. It should come out to be 1105.16. Okay, so your EAR would be 0.10516. Okay, I'll pause it here and follow to the lecture 3 then.